Hello everyone, what's up? It's me again, Junkermaster3, and finally it's time for something else than your ordinary update video because it feels like I've been uploading maybe 3 or 4 update videos in a row, which is never really funny because you want to have a little bit more variation um, to your channel. So yeah, this is going to be the top 5 of the month, the best movies that I watched during the month of July. And also, one horror review is gonna come up pretty soon, and I will try to get to the horror collection overview as well because it was a while since I made some of those videos in general. So yeah, well, enough about that. Let's begin with the top 5 of the month for the month of July. And at number 5, we have a film which I don't have. I actually watched it in the cinemas, and I was really not surprised by it, but I really liked it, and I think this might be because of the director. The director is Alexandre Aja, who has directed some really good films in my opinion. He did the remake for The Hills of Ice, which is still one of my absolute favorite horror remakes out there, and he also did Horns, and he also did Switchblade Romance. I'm not that big fan of Switchblade Romance in general, but I mean it's still a good film if you don't think about the ending too much. So yeah, Crawl at number 5. Yeah, let's see. Why am my voice is really weird today? I don't really know why. Well, might be because I've just been eating some food. Well, what the hell? Now I'm talking about something completely else. And at number 4 we have Akira Kurosawa's Ran. This is the very first Kurosawa film that I've watched. I'm a little bit ashamed of myself that I haven't watched an Akira Kurosawa movie up until now or recently. And for some reason I started with this. Most people probably start with The Seven Samurais and all of those older films, but this is one of his later films. Probably might be his last film. I'm not too sure, but yeah, this is a great film about these the rivalry between these brothers because some of them they want to take over the throne because their father is getting really old, and the father's like, well, I want you to have a castle and you have a castle and you have a castle, and of course the rivalry just gets more and more bloody and bloody, and you don't really know who to trust anymore. um, One thing which I had a little bit problem with this movie, not really in this, there's not really any problem with the movie itself, but I had a hard time trying to follow all of these characters because I sort of mixed up their names from time to time. And one thing which I think the movie could have been maybe 20 or 25 minutes shorter because I think it was a little bit too long. But other than that, I would say it's a really, really great film in general. So yeah, if you haven't seen Ron, yeah, check it out. Now let's see here. At number 3, we have a movie which was like, oh my god, this is like a punch in the gut right away. Um, I don't really know. I've never felt this way that I felt when I watched this film. I know that sounds really weird, but the movie is called This Is England. Apparently, based on. I'm not really sure if I should do this or this, but yeah. This is England. This is apparently based on true events. Not maybe not based on true events, but it's sort of inspired by a life in England back in the 80s or early 80s. And I actually just got this sent to me from one of my friends. So yeah, if you watch this, you know who you are. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. This is easily a 10 out of 10 for me. This film. Uh, you feel so sad, and so I mean, there's still some moments which are pretty funny as well, but towards the end it just gets darker and darker and darker, and it just never goes away after that. So yeah, This Is England. If you haven't seen this film, give it a watch. I think it's a really, really powerful film in general. So yeah, This Is England. Then we have, I mean, these last two films, it could have gone either way, but this is how I this is how I finished with these top 5 is. This could have been at number 1 spot. Uh, but yeah, that's how it is sometimes. But I still loved both of these two films. These two are also 10 out of 10 stars. North by Northwest at number 2. Um, I don't really know what to say. It's just the acting is great. The storyline is really, really tense and clever. And yeah, when it comes to Hitchcock, he really knew how to make good thriller films in general. So yeah, if you haven't seen this film, give it a watch. I would say it's one of my favorite Hitchcock films. Now that sounds really weird because I think I've never like really been that disappointed in any Hitchcock film. The least I've given a Hitchcock film has been a 6 out of 10. I don't remember which movie it was, but I think it was one of his earlier works. But this one is a masterpiece. Give it a watch if you haven't seen it. North by Northwest, really classic. Then this one, I love the acting in this and the music that goes along with all of the scenes and everything. It's just so well done. Um, yeah, and the movie is called Shadow of a Doubt. What a great film. Maybe not like, if you've seen the film before, that movie might not be as like tense as it is the first time you watch it, but now when I watched this for the first time, I was like, wow, this is just so tense, and he builds up this atmosphere and this like creepy factor to it, and damn, yeah, a perfect film. This one on North by Northwest and This Is England. All of these three films have been 10 out of 10. So yeah, Shadow of a Doubt, number one. Now when I think of it, it's going to be really hard to make like the top 10 list of the year, because I think there might be very many Hitchcock films on that list. So yeah, but anyway, hope everyone enjoyed and didn't get bored, and hope to see you again as soon as possible. So see you next time. Bye bye.